what happened if? What happened if? What happened if? But what happened if what? Try.
You try something in life and it doesn't go your way, you can always learn something from it. Hey everyone, welcome to the Founders First Step podcast, episode number 3. So, again, my name is Novin.
Sean again.
And let's just get straight into it today. We kind of want to talk about, the idea of if nothing changes, nothing changes. You have to make a change in your life, especially if you're not seeing the success or the rewards that you want to.
Right.
Something in your daily habit, even the most tiniest, minuscule habit can change everything.
Can change everything.
100%.
Can change everything. Can start with the first thing you do in the morning, or change the day routine. When you do this small step, magic happens. Fact talking. Let's talk about how we're starting right now in the real estate, and we try multiplied path, multiplied strategy.
Right.
First one didn't work. The majority of people, when they try one word and nothing happened, conscious and unconscious, they will do the same thing and they're going to accept for different results.
Right.
And they have to be more open-minded to accept sometimes the strategy that they thought is going to work, not always the best approach to the thing you're trying to achieve. So we started multi-path ways. We started cold calling with a certain script.
Yeah, we tried cold calling. We tried what else? We tried like all types of calling, I would say.
Yes.
For sure. We tried cold emailing. Basically, cold approach is what we start at.
Right.
It helped us in some things. I would say speech and pattern interrupts and stuff like that. It definitely helped us. But we realized, if we wanted to see even more success, we have to try different avenues.
100%. But don't get us wrong, right? We are not regretting this. We appreciate because we learned a lot.
100%.
How many rejection we got?
Thousands.
Bring all those people to reject me. No one can beat us anymore.
Right.
Bring even those reject right now. I know how to stand for them.
And that's the entrepreneur mindset. Is that if you try something in life and it doesn't go your way, you can always learn something from it. Not every failure is just money or reward. It's maybe the mindset that you get out of it is worth more than any dollar that you're going to get from trying something.
100%. You have to see always in all situations. When something happened to us, we always, well, personally me, speaking about myself, I always see the bad outcome. Oh, what happened if? What happened if? What happened if? But what happened if what? Try. Worst case, my mentor always say this sentence. I hope I'm gonna say it right. Aim to the moon. You may land on the stars. Right? That's the right phrase?
Yeah.
So aim for the best. You didn't reach to it, okay. You learn. You got more stronger. So in our situation, we got people give us a lot of rejections and a lot of objection, like, oh no, from that direction. Oh no, market situation, blah blah blah. And then we train our mind how to handle this. And so we took it in a way that we see the good outcome out of it. We didn't reach whatever. We didn't reach to get the sale. We didn't reach to what we actually initially tried to get, but we got lessons. We learned a lot.
Absolutely.
We learned.
And speaking on your idea, I call it, the way I phrase it is, if you're going to go for any goal in life, aim for 100 times of what you thought you could achieve.
Yep.
Because I promise you, you may not reach 100 times, but you would have been far better off than what you originally aimed for.
Definitely.
Because most people, they aim for something, and as soon as they get it, they stop. They stop early when you still had fuel in the tank to keep going. But you don't realize it because you thought, this is my goal, this is all I need.
Limit yourself.
When you reach for impossible goals, you land on some impossible objectives that you never thought you could do.
100%. I like it a lot.
But
that's a small mindset.
Yeah, for sure. But going back on the idea that something in a daily life needs to change if you're not seeing what you want from out of your day. And we personally, we tried the cold calling. What we've now switched over to is doing open houses. We think that's much more of a better strategy. We don't know yet. We're
Right.
still
We're
experimenting.
still experiencing.
But trying to talk to buyers one-on-one, even talking to some of the sellers of the properties, might not be our listings, but we still get to get the communication between them.
Right.
And this has better helped us with our communication and with our client development. And it's the change that matters the most,
Right.
because we're stepping out of the comfort zone, stepping out of something we haven't been doing, and we're trying new things.
Yeah.
And we are going to get new results regardless.
Right. And again, of course, we're gonna learn. And I want to talk about this specific situation that we're facing right now on changing the strategy of talking to people over the phone instead of like actually feeling them and like actually extending energy and see them in real life. Most people will say, okay, it's easy for me to cold call, talk over the phone. Most people think, okay, it's gonna be easier for me to actually see the person in front of me and communicate with him. You know, so we try everything. We try everything until we're gonna find our right
Winning
strategy,
formula.
winning formula for us. You know, and we see this as a learning. We not regret it. Okay, I'm happy we tried cold, and in the future we keep doing this. But we learn a lot. We learn your communication skills. Personally, I have to talk about you. The way you talk to them on the phone with all the confidence. Sometimes I'm like, call me, sell me something.
Right.
I like the way you talk on the phone. Like this is someone. This like in my perspective, I want him to call me, sell me something. No, so he built his skills very strong on communication. So this is a good outcome came out from that.
Right.
Regardless, we try looking to get a listing or selling something specifically. I'm talking about real estate, but his skills, communication skills, got very stronger.
Appreciate
Very
it. Yeah.
stronger.
That's the whole, like, the mindset is, that's what we're talking about. Even though it did not go with the results that we wanted,
Right.
we're still thinking the positive side of it and what we gain from it. Because you can always gain something from every situation. You'll never be in a complete losing situation where you step into something and step out with absolutely nothing gained. There's no way. And what we experience from that is now going to carry over into all aspects,
Right.
because we're just sharpening our toolkit. That's all we're doing here. We're just trying to mix ourselves with all aspects of the sales, entrepreneur business, and we're
Right.
trying to extract something from each and every single field, you know?
Right. I want to jump to a different direction about working as a team. Uh, right now, we're gathering certain team in us in this real estate brokerage we work with, and in order for you to bring something to the table and work as a team, you have to see what is good in you to bring to the table and mix it together with the team. So the team that we build, okay, I know I'm good in that. I know I'm good in social media. I'm doing content, and he's good in communication skills. Is 10 out of 10. You know how to handle people and how to follow up. So he's gonna be his firm. He's gonna do what he's best in to do, and I will do what I'm best on. Imagine those mixed together
Absolutely.
in one team.
Let's just,
Show me who can beat
let's
us.
just give the example right now. Like you said, I practice my communication. I think it's something important. Sean over here, his follow up is killer.
Right.
When he meets someone, he does not let them go, because his saying is, you got to squeeze the lemon, you got to squeeze all the juice out. He
Squeeze.
does not let someone go until something happens. Either we get an absolute confirmation of a no or absolute confirmation of a yes.
Right.
And in our team, that's been like the winning formula. I can do all the communication, but at certain points I run out of things that, what can I even talk about today?
Right.
When he's here and he's talking about, okay, now this is the matter you need to push. This is the idea that you need to push in their head, And that's what team building is all about. It's nobody in this world is going to have every skill set.
Exactly.
But you mix people on what you can do and what he can do and what they can do, and you make a winning team. And just like our business, every other business, you need
Every other business.
top businesses at least, that eventually you want to go and build a business and sell it for $1 billion one day. You need a team. You're not going to be the only one there. You need to hire people.
Right.
And that's the idea of, like, we're not hiring people technically, but at the same time, we kind of are,
Right.
where we're hiring people to work together as a team. We all get the same amount.
Right.
But
We work for the team basically.
we're dishing out the skills that we don't have. And if you've ever seen, like, the top entrepreneurs, they always say, hire out what you are the worst at. Don't hire people to do what you're already good at. What's the point?
Beautiful.
You need to diversify your team and fill all the gaps that you don't currently have in terms of skills. And that's what we're trying to do. And you your team will grow, your business will grow, everything will grow. Nothing great happened in this world by one singular person thinking to themselves.
Definitely. Work team. Work team. Find as we spoke about it in the previous podcast too. I think the first one about put yourself in a place that gives you opportunity. You know, talk to people. You have to hear their ideas, what they're thinking of doing in life, and kind of see the
Chemistry, yeah.
chemistry between you guys, and how you can bring something to the world. How can you add? So talking about our team again, art it's a formula from what you good at, from what I good at, from what the other people good at. Mix all together.
100%.
Look at the results, and there is nothing better than work as a team. Cause in the hard part, you feel the support. I don't say it's impossible to do everything by yourself, but if you want to go out to the world and grow as a team is the best way to do so. It's very important the emotional support as well. So because you work as a team, you all supporting each other, and you all have the same target, and it make it more easier, easier because it's a lot of mentally health involved in that, and people tired and they need push. So we push each other. One day was a slow day. I pushed you, and then the other day I was like, "Oh, what are we gonna do now?" So you push me. We lift each other's up to keep push.
And there's never a day where we don't get something done because we're always
100%.
there for each other.
100%. This is the motto.
I want I want to ask you, like, as if I were somebody and I was watching, I would ask, when you said put yourself in a position where you can find opportunity. A lot of these times when I watch these podcasts, people say vague, ideas that, like, I wonder, okay, can we get more deep in that? So that's my question to you: is when you say put yourself in places where opportunity can grow, what is an actual example of where someone today can go somewhere to get themselves some more opportunity?
Beautiful question. So it depends what are you looking for, but you have to find the spot that all those people that have the same mutual thought as you meet. Let's assume you want to do high tech, um, real estate. Where are we gonna go? You're gonna search where the people that dealing with this go to. But this thing that required a financial investment, like a membership club, or what I got from you. It's the LinkedIn
Hmm.
to start connect with people that in the industry that you're trying to get into.
That's what I wanted to add. That, like, there's physical locations, and then we have internet locations.
Right.
Social media, like I said in the first podcast, you can send DMs to all these like-minded people. If you find someone, I mean, there's a lot of niche content creators, people that don't have that many followers and are looking for people to DM them. These are the people that I would say, like, if you find someone on Instagram that thinks like you, send them a DM. You never know what can happen.
Right. I'm just gonna give you a small example. I found a guy from Miami that do real estate, multifamily. Something's really interested to me. I can even uh, read the message. I basically told him, "Hi, I'm starting my real estate journey right now. I see your video. I like your content, and I would really love to learn from you. I saw your video, blah blah blah." And he responded to me. He sent me his number.
Yeah.
The person had like 300,000 followers. Next day, I already did a Zoom meeting with him. Multi-millionaire guy. Owned almost 300 apartment buildings in Florida. Um, thousands of units that he built. And I connect with him. You know, don't be, again, people respect ambition.
Yeah.
Go, show yourself out there. People love to see, people that are entrepreneur, people successful love to see people chasing and hungry to achieve their dream, their target. Reach them online. Send them a message, Go to check in your area where all those people go. I used to go to Air One with my friend. I met people there. You know Air One?
Yeah.
You go, you see they're very nice people. You see where they're talking. You just go out, buy a coffee, sit at the table, start network with people. Don't be shy. Don't be shy.
Because you
You
have nothing to
you
lose.
have nothing to lose, and again, you judge yourself too much. I promise you, when people see that you stand up, I want to change my life. I want to be. I want to have your life. I want to reach a goal in my life, and I'm not embarrassed to ask for a way to go, some information, knowledge. It's not a shame. People love to do so. Trust me. There is competition all the time, but people love to show you, to help, to support. So many ways. LinkedIn is the best. It's not taking you too long. Copy paste the message, send them connection, building a relationship with them.
100%. But always remember, if you're trying to build a relationship and you want something, you always have to offer something.
100.
Don't think it doesn't go two ways. You have to, if you want something, you have to give
Win-win
something.
situation, of course. Win-win situation. You have to bring your perspective. What do you add to this person, and what he can add for you? And as again, life is a formula. You just mix, and you get a good results.
Like, I want to add to the idea of the podcast is we're not just doing this just to come up here and just talk for an hour.
Right.
We hope that everybody takes action. And I want to do something a little different that we haven't done in the other podcasts. I want to give the people watching, there's not going to be many, but to the people that are still here and watching, I want to give you an actionable step-by-step idea of, what can I do right now to change my life, right? And I would say, number one thing that you can do right now, no matter where you are, and you have a phone and you can watch this, you have a computer, is send 100 DMs/emails, cold emails, DMs, to people that you want to connect with, that you prefer to be friends with. They don't have to know you. You could have just scrolled on Reels and you just saw them. Make it your goal today to send 100 DMs or emails. Most people, they have their email in their Instagram or their LinkedIn. It costs you nothing. I bet you could do this in less than 2 hours. And God knows what you're going to get out of it. But I promise you, you're not going to lose anything.
100%.
And that's something that not a lot of these podcasts do. Is they don't tell you exactly what to do to get to where you want. I'm telling you right now, 100 DMs, emails, is right now what you can do to get to where you want to go.
Definitely. Just this is the Nike motto. Just do it. Don't think too much. When you think too much, you start giving yourself excuse. Oh, maybe not. Maybe he's too busy, or maybe he's gonna left even asking for something. And this, just don't think. Click press and forget about it.
100%.
Forget about it. Send, forget.
And that's the free version too. I mean, you want to add, like, what else can people do? They can go into the air one, like you said, and try to go meet people.
You know how nice I met there. Like, people are very warm. You just need to approach them the right way. Hey, I'm this. I'm young. I want to start. I have an idea in my head. I want to grow. I want to build something. Blah blah blah. They appreciate it, and from my own experience, I went to the one in Studio City, was my favorite, and the one on Beverly, it's Dory or Beverly, next to Rodeo Drive. Nice people, cool. I heard people's story. What did they do? Give me some ideas. I exchange networking, exchange phone numbers. Who knows? Well, they didn't add anything that will make me a income or anything like that, but I add them to my content list. I build kind of a friendship with them. How strong is it? I know if I need something from that direction, like, oh, I met that guy in Erwan, let me give him a call. You became a beast. So go out there, expose yourself. It doesn't cost you anything. Just be who you are. Just be who you are. First, I know it's a lot of work inside of you, to train your head, because we are very shy and we are always in the comfort zone. But you have to believe in yourself. You have to understand that your value. When you understand your value, that what you when you wake up in the morning, it's like I'm I'm blessed. I was born. I'm blessed. I have legs, hands. I'm a human being. When you change your mindset to this and you're thankful for God and you have opportunity and you build this opportunity to your life, the sky's the limit. You can reach anywhere, anywhere. Just know your value. Just tell yourself, I add something to this world. I'm here for a reason. My vision, my idea, my presence in this world will add to this world, will add to this earth. I'm something. I worth. I worthy. I see here the word worthy here.
Yeah.
I worthy. Train your hand. You are worth something. I promise you. You tell yourself a story. You insecure by yourself, but I promise in everyone there's something he's good at. In every person I'll find, I'll dig enough. I'll dig more enough, and I'll find something that he's good at that he can change his whole life.
100%. And you don't have to change everything all at once.
No.
One step at a time, one daily habit change. Stick with it. The more you try to do, the more you lose track. And like we said, you could send the emails, you could send the cold calls, send the cold texts, you could go into random errands or whatever. But the idea is one change at a time, slowly and reputable.
Right.
Nothing is going to be worth of value if you do it once, twice, three times, and never do it ever again. It's pointless. Then it's really a waste of your time. But if you can do something and stick to it and keep doing it and keep doing it, and then give yourself time to analyze, give yourself data, and realize, okay, I've done it for this long. I've seen this results. Is it time to switch? But I promise you, anything under a month, you don't have enough data.
No.
You don't have enough data. And what you added is the morning, when you get up in the morning. Start with little things like that. Get up in the morning and instead of just flipping straight to the phone, get up and just name 3 things that you're grateful for this morning. That I would hope everyone starts with, thank God I woke up today.
Right.
Because there's somebody in the world, there's thousands of people in the world today that didn't get a chance to wake up today.
Yep.
And that's the first thing you should be grateful for. Then I always recommend getting some sunlight right in the morning. It boosts the cortisol in your body. It wakes you up. You get going. Your clock turns on in the head. And little changes like this can result in your day becoming 100 times better. From sending the messages to going out into other places, doing change that you never realized can start with change that is very small.
Right.
That's what I want to tell the people is like not everything has to start huge. You don't have to wake up tomorrow and live a different life.
100%.
That's not what we're telling people to do. What we're saying is make the tiny changes and the big ones will naturally follow.
Right. You don't want to jump from stairs number 1 to stair number 50. You want to go step by step by step by step. When you go too much too fast, when you try to go all the way down super quick, you're gonna lose very quick motivation. Like, why did nothing happen to me? And okay, maybe you're lucky, you reach to the 50th floor. But what did you learn? What did you absorb? And I have to say something about that I really like what you said. I started my first strategy right now in the real estate, and I didn't really see progress that I was expecting to, and I kept doing this. I told myself I'm not gonna give up. I kept doing this, and then I learned something in that strategy that I'm. You know what? Let me try. Let me try this one in my new strategy, and so far I'm happy. So I learned something from that thing that didn't bring me the result I wanted, but I learned I can use it and create from that a new strategy to aim for what I'm trying to reach. And one more thing you said about the morning, for the Jewish people that are watching and who are not, we have a prayer in the morning that we say that thankful for God that He brought back my soul, and thank God I wake up in the morning, um, and thank you, Father, for what I have, for what I don't have. I know everything is from you. Every morning you have to say this prayer. It's called Modani, like thankful I am. So this is really beautiful. It's a really nice step to go. And I totally agree. You want to do small steps, small steps, small steps, small steps to absorb more experience and um, well, yeah, more experience and more.
Gain a
Yes,
better image, gain a better message.
yeah, I'm missing the word right now, but yes,
Yeah,
more knowledge too.
yeah, definitely take it step by step because of the word you said, the big M, motivation. You lose that very quickly,
Very quick.
especially when you take giant steps. If you, let's give an example. If you scroll on Reels or scroll on TikTok and you see a video that says, if you start a drop shipping store right now, you're gonna make $1 million tomorrow, and then you go spend your entire next 3 days trying to build a store. The fourth day you encounter some problem, I promise you quit. You quit so fast the way you started it so fast.
Yep,
Quick things fall fast. That's what I want to add. That if you start something quick, you're gonna lose it just as quick.
definitely.
Because why? Why is it because like that? I would say everything takes time in the brain. Everything has to be added slowly. You don't take big dosages at the start
100%.
because you're gonna wear off much just as quick. Everything has an equal reaction. You give it a
100%.
certain energy, you get back certain energy.
Yes, and when you do those crazy jumps, your expectations are crazy. It's like, okay, I'm gonna do this, $1 million tomorrow in my bank account. Be reasonable, okay? Manage your expectation right, okay? The strategy that we do, me and Novin, we aiming, um, we aiming for the result, okay? But when we do this strategy, we are not expecting anything. We're only expecting to learn from that. If the outcome came positive, this is a reward. If not, okay, we're gonna gather everything we learned. We're gonna think. We're gonna educate us more. Okay, you know what? That's what we learned. That's what we're not supposed to do. This is what we need to do. Let's build based on this experience our new path, our new strategy. So this is kind of the mindset you need to have. You stop the expectation. Do what you have to do. Learn a lot from that. Learn those lessons and build them up for your new strategy, for your new step. What to do and what not to do. And so far, I'm happy with this strategy. You know, I feel like I'm actually learning. I feel like my head is more strict. Like, oh, right now, no. We saw today, no. What about tomorrow? Why is not happening? Why is not happening? Instead of be focusing on the learning part, on the objection part.
1,000%. We shifted the mindset from reward to action. We do the action without expecting a reward. We do our open houses without expecting to make money tomorrow.
Right?
And you kind of have to detach from the idea of action, reward. You have to more of it be action, curiosity, no reward. You do your action and you do your due diligence to be curious on action that you just took and learn something from it. A skill, a thought, a lesson,
Right.
not necessarily money. And that's the idea that ties into do what you love, not what gives you the most reward.
Right.
Because in the end, you'll get the money, and then you just realize that that's just not even what I love anymore. And you do know happiness is always a choice. No matter what's going on in your life, you can decide to be happy or you can decide to be sad. And if all you do every day is just chase something and you don't enjoy the process of chasing it and just get to the result, you're not going to be happy.
Your life, your choice. Life is very easy when you program it the right way. The first step you have to stop is to prejudge yourself and build relationship. Create a strong networking in every kind of industry. That direction, that direction. I have contact with people that I'm sure I'm not gonna need them. I'm positive. You know, but I still have them. You know, I know them. I can say, yeah, I know this person. You know, I saw him on. I was in the restaurant in Malibu. It was the 4th of July. I don't want to expose his name, but top billionaire person.
Well,
And I told my friend, well, we know this person. We know him. Like, yeah, and this, you know, he was so cool. And my friend, like, no, and this, don't talk to him, and this. It's like, oh, I say cheers with him. You know, it was the 4th of July and celebration. Like, just cheers and this. And then I start talking about myself with him and this, and he gave me some like motivation speaks,
life
life
advice.
advices. What is he doing and this? And it was very nice, you know. So like, yeah, I met this guy. You know, we exchanged information and this better reputation.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is a very good uh, mindset shift that you have to build yourself, and it's a very easy,
All right.
very easy. It's and you do as we said all the time. Build it in step, step, step.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not going to tell you go tomorrow in the morning, start approach people and everyone, whatever you're gonna go, and that's it. Start by a little. Start with shooting 10 DMs every day to these people. And then you're gonna see respond. Don't see respond. Okay, you're gonna do 20% and 20 DMs, little by little by little. And when you start feeling more comfortable,
Yeah.
you know, you
Because
start
it's a change.
exactly.
Change in life is hard to just run over and keep going.
Yeah,
You kind of have to swallow it, but you don't want to swallow too much, or else you're gonna choke.
yeah,
So the change has to be small enough where that you can tell yourself, I'm gonna make this change, and I'm gonna stick to it with 60 days in a row until I can form it a habit. But let's say if someone decided that I'm gonna wake up at 4 a.m. every day and go straight to the gym for 2 hours, can you promise yourself that you're gonna do that for 60 days? Not really, because that's life happens. You're up late at night. You have to work on something. Now you don't get enough sleep. Now you're gonna sleep in. You can't promise yourself that you're gonna change something that you know you cannot do every single day.
Mm-hmm.
So keep that in mind when you decide, okay, I'm gonna make this change. Never change anything in life if you can't promise yourself you're gonna do it for 60 days
Right.
at least.
So yeah, I like this phrase as well. Make sure what do you the way I do the way I put myself out of my comfort zone. I basically forced myself out. Force. You know, I'll give you an example. Very funny. So my main business is in Brazil, and I speak zero the language Portuguese, zero. And you know, I start creating the product, manufacturing everything. I got everything ready, shipped to me, and I don't have clients. I don't know where to start. I don't know the country, nothing. And my wife told me, take the Google Translate, start and knock on doors. Like, what do you mean go? It's like, take the phone, do what you need to do, open the Google Translate, talk to people. Like, how can I go do business with the Google Translate? Just do it. So she forced me, and then I learned to force myself to do things to get out the phone. The first one, as well, I do to her. Yeah, you know, sometimes you need to push yourself, you know, but you have to understand you have to do it. You have to make it done. Don't give yourself discounts. Don't give yourself discount. Just do what you need to do, you know? No excuses. When you promise yourself something, no matter what, you're gonna do it. When you program your head that if you say a word and you have to stick to this word, you have to build this character to be this way. People will be the strong trust in you, and your whole life perspective will look way more different. You're gonna be more stronger mentality because you know I need to do this no matter what. I have an important meeting tomorrow, but I still need to do this. I'm gonna do it because I promised myself.
That's the biggest thing in life. Is can you promise yourself something and stick to it? Because it's so easy to promise someone else and we deliver.
Right.
But when we promise ourselves something, we rarely deliver. But in reality, the only person that does not deserve to be lied to in this world is yourself.
I love it.
And that's why we, again, back to the idea of if you're going to make change, make it in small steps because don't want to promise yourself something and then you under deliver.
Uh-huh.
So make change in your life, but make it one increment a day, 1%. The whole idea of 1% a day is so that you actually can have the mental capacity to stick to it. In the end, the goal is to get 1% better every day. If you can look back on yesterday and tell yourself, I did something today that was going to get me further in life. But at the same time, everyone's idea of further in life is something different. The way me and you think
Mm-hmm.
is completely different to the way someone else thinks.
Right.
Maybe someone is going to smoke all day and say, I got better today because I did what I enjoy. Even though to us, it's
Right.
clearly not the right decision.
Right.
So hopefully this is connecting to the viewers that think like us and appreciate the things that we appreciate and the things that we're pursuing.
Right. And I want to end this up by bring something out that you said in the class we did about the progression. Even if you do 1% something different, but you keep doing the same thing, you don't see the result. You don't see the change. But 100% there is a change. Even if the change is a 1% and you keep doing this for like 30 days, 60 days, there is a progression. No matter what. No matter what.
Let's say like the gym. If you go to a gym for 30 days and you look in the mirror and you don't see a difference, maybe the difference wasn't physically there, but the difference that really was there is that you showed up every single day.
Beautiful. Exactly.
So that's the mindset shift that everyone needs to have. Is like, if I do something and I don't receive the results, I always need to think of the positive. Back to the cold calling that we did, we didn't get the dollar success that we wanted, but the way we're thinking now is we're saying we got the skills, we got the mindset shift out of it that we've been always looking for. And you cannot put a dollar sign, dollar symbol on that, because later that skill can bring us infinite amount of money.
Definitely. Zero doubt. Zero doubt.
So
Well
make
said.
make the change, but 1% at a time, slow increments. Don't go ahead and change 5 or 6 different things of your life in one day,
No.
because that's just not going to happen.
Overrun.
One thing at a time, stick to it, make it a habit. Change doesn't really happen scientifically until the 60 to 66 day range. So if you can do something for that long, then you can tell yourself, I made change in my life. But don't wake up tomorrow at 6 a.m. and go hit the gym and be like, I made change in my life, because you have barely done anything. You've barely just scratched the surface. There's so much more to this game, so much more to this life, and that you need to just keep sticking with it, 1% better every day until the reward will come to you. Don't think, oh, what happens if it doesn't? What happens if I don't
It
get what
will
I
come.
want? It will 100%. Life sees what you do and it will reward you based on your actions.
Right. God always there. God always there. He see that you're trying hard, and you wake up every morning and try to make your life better, to become a better person, and God see it. And God never forget his children. Never. At the end, always gonna get what promised you. With a strong faith in God. And yeah,
Yeah.
well said. This podcast was really nice.
100%. I want to add one last thing is we've been doing open houses. It's going good for us so far. So we're hoping to just keep sticking with it. We hope you guys can maybe come to the open houses sometime.
Right.
It's going to be all over the valley. And yeah, I think we should also be talking about, oh, we do real estate, guys. Don't forget that.
Right.
So if you have any real estate questions, concerns, or anything like that, feel free to contact
here.
us. All our information is in the description of the video. And you can feel free to contact us anytime. If you guys want to join the podcast, please send us a DM. We're open to inviting everybody to the podcast. We want everyone here. We want to empower people. We want to show them that you are worth something and that you can be anywhere, anytime you want. And you can be at any table. You deserve it.
You deserve it. And I think we should start involve you guys in our progression, trying different strategy. So you guys see that we're trying. we're moving, and you guys, being with us every step, and you see the result and the outcome. I think it's gonna motivate you guys more to see some progress from our aspect. I think that will be great. So next time, I hope we're gonna come with some good news,
Yeah, for sure.
other progression.
For sure. I mean, you guys are seeing something in the early stages
Right.
because this is going to be something big one day. This podcast, maybe it'll look a little bit different, maybe in a different area, a different logo.
Yep.
But I promise you, we're going to be in some big places real soon. We're going to have some big guests on, and you guys are just merely in the beginning stage, in this founding stage, just like founders first step. So we're going to be doing some great things, like you always say, manifest, 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 manifest. We're going to be in some great places soon. So we hope to get you guys on early so we can grow your network, grow our network, and we can all do this together.
Grow together
That's the goal. Make change 1% at a time and manifest as always.
all the time.
All
Manifesting.
right.
Thank you so much for watching.
We appreciate you guys coming on for the third one. We're going to keep staying consistent. Again, weekly uploads on Mondays. We missed last week, but we're going to be trying to stay more consistent at it. And stay in tune. If you guys have any topics that you guys want us to talk about, leave them in the comments below. And to the next time, guys.
See you next time.
Novin, Sean, see you guys later.